Hello you guys, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a great day because I am not. No, I am not. There's been an emergency here at the Charles household this morning. A big emergency actually, okay? I recently hired some new gardeners to come in and redo some of my landscaping now that it is summertime. They're so lovely. They came here bright and early this morning to get started and they knocked on my door and said, James, we need you to come outside. There's an emergency. And I said, did one of my ferns pass away? Is the lavender overtaking the garden? Are my hydrangeas not blooming at the time that they should? They said, no, just come take a look. They had dug a hole to put in a new plant, only to discover an 8-foot deep sinkhole underneath my driveway. Let that sink in, no pun intended, an 8-foot deep sinkhole underneath my driveway. You shove your little head down there, it is literally just a pit into the ground. Any point, if a car parks in the wrong spot or if somebody even walks over the wrong driveway tile, my entire home could collapse and fall into the ground. So obviously, I'm scared for both my safety, my friend's safety, my team's safety, and I'm also scared for my bank account because this is gonna cost me thousands and thousands of dollars and I have no idea if an insurance claim will actually cover it. So I got to thinking, holes. Men on Grindr on a weekly basis. Do I climb into this hole? Do I dig this hole even bigger into a fun little addition to my basement? And then it finally hit me, a time capsule. A time capsule is a really great way to preserve and memorialize a moment in time. And I figured, obviously, I love doing makeup. It is my biggest passion. It is my job that I'm so grateful for, but it's also an industry that is constantly changing. So if I do a makeup routine, bury it, and then in, 5, 10, 50 years from now, somebody could dig it up and we could look back and see what were the makeup trends of the time. Whether it's my kids, my grandkids, well, honestly, that's not happening. I'm not having any. Whether it's somebody else's kids, somebody else's grandkids, aliens that are inhabiting the earth 50 years from now. But I thought I should do my updated current 2024 makeup routine and we can put it inside a time capsule, bury it in my fun little driveway sinkhole, and then in the future, we can look back and see what everyone was getting glam like. Let's get into it. Honestly, if you think about it, this video in and of itself, is a time capsule. Lewis, when we bury this box, we should put a QR code in it so whoever discovers this in 50 years can scan the QR code and find this video. I'm literally a genius, hello? Regardless, okay, if you're watching in 2024 or if you're watching in 2070, hello, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up down below. Your love and support really helps out the channel quite a lot. And if you have not already, of course, click that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell icon next to it so you guys never miss an upload from me. Let's start off with some primer. Now, as I kind of go through each step of my routine, I feel like I'll do a little trip down memory lane of what the product has actually meant to the makeup community. I've been doing makeup for 8 years now, but so many trends and products and product types have come and gone. People's opinions of different steps have changed. If it's changing that much in only 8 years, what will makeup routines actually look like 50 years from now? It's crazy to think about. Primer especially is one step where I feel like people are constantly changing their minds and types of primer that they like to use. When I first got into makeup, honestly, I didn't even believe in primer. Sometimes to this day, I'm still like, what is this really doing? If we're being honest, I really didn't use primer for a very long time until Miss Nikki Tutorials started talking about the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm. And that's what got me into using primer because I was like, oh, that's fun. Then we kind of got into the trend of using moisturizer, which I still do all the time, currently using the Bobbi Brown face base. Then we kind of got into that trend of the pore filling primers. We had Benefit Professional, we had the Tatcha Silk Canvas. That was my holy grail for years and years and years and years. Then we were the sticky primers. We had Milk Hydro Grip, still sitting right here on the makeup counter. We had the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Primer. And now I feel like everyone's using different shit. I hope that in 50 years from now, somebody has figured out an actual face primer. Okay, and when I say actual face primer, I mean, I want that shit to turn you into a fucking porcelain doll on your face, okay? If I am 90 years old and I'm able to find a primer that I can put on and make my face look 24, you better bet I am paying every dollar in my bank account to have that. Let's get on that, scientists in the future. Let's move on to foundation. Now, for foundation, I'm gonna use this cream foundation from William Tuttle. This has been my go-to favorite for a bit now. Look at the coverage on that, unreal, so good. This has been my go-to foundation for the last couple of months just because it wears nicely and it photographs really beautifully as well. And I am filming a video with my friend today. We're going to a ghost ship. Hello! You guys know me. Okay, I love all things horror. I love all things spooky. So spending the night on a ghost ship, sign me the fuck up. I cannot wait. If I'm gonna die or get possessed, at least I'll look pretty while doing it, you know? Now, similar to primer, foundation is another step that has really gone through a large roller coaster since even I got started in the makeup industry. Now, if you guys all remember my original YouTube videos, okay, I was using that fucking Makeup Forever HD foundation stick in every single video. It was so full coverage and so the wrong color. I was really dumb enough to think as long as I blended it far enough down my neck that nobody would notice. And trust and believe, okay, people noticed. Over and over and over again. By the way, I'm just layering on my Maybelline Super Stay with my painted sponge right over top to get the most amount of coverage. Literally crazy. I used to use cream foundations, then I switched to liquid forever. I was using the Born This Way foundation, still one of my go-tos. We've had aerosol foundations, we've had gel foundations, we've had cream foundations. It is like one of the most saturated markets on planet Earth at this point, but still in 2024, we can't create inclusive shade ranges.
This is the darkest shade of the Euphoria foundation. This is black face paint.
Hopefully by 2050, we'll have solved this problem. Lord knows that I hope so. That is the base all done. Okay, we have our little box, primer, see you in 50 years, foundation, adios, and foundation, painted sponge. Let's move on to the next step. Now for contour, I'm gonna use my Patrick Ta Cream Contour. This is in the shade She's Sculpted. I love this product. It's been a ride or die for a long time now. And honestly, contouring has really not changed much throughout my makeup routine or like the makeup community in general. Kevin Aquan, the OG makeup legend, is kind of known as like the inventor of contour. Then we had Scott Barnes and JLo. And then I feel like Makeup by Mario and Kim really popularized it. And honestly, ever since then, it's kind of been the same. I feel like every year somebody goes viral being like, you're contouring all wrong. This is how you should really be contouring. And people pay attention for like maybe 5 seconds because it's gonna get TikTok virality, but then we always go back to the same shit. Okay, it's the classic 3 where it's on the forehead, into the temple, down the cheekbone, and then onto the jaw. Same shit, looks flattering on every single person, so it's gonna be my go-to from now until 2070. The only thing that really has changed for me has been my nose contour, because when I first started doing makeup, I could not figure out how to do it for the life of me, and now it's like my favorite step. You know what? Even though contour techniques haven't changed, you know what has? The amount of contour people are using. When I first got started in the makeup industry, girlies were literally contouring out their cheekbones using a dark brown powder. It was all about literally reshaping your entire face, whereas now, I feel like it's a bit more about enhancing your natural features. Contour, right into the memory box. Time capsule. It's all the same shit. Now for blush, I'm gonna go in with one of my painted blushes. I'm so excited for you guys to have these in your collection. They're coming soon. I've talked a lot about these over on our painted TikTok and about the production delays and all the different stories behind this. So go check it out if you're not following us over there at Painted. I'm just gonna go in with our J15 brush. Also coming soon. This is like this beautiful peachy color. Now blush has really been something that has changed a lot. When I first started doing makeup, I did not believe in blush. I just thought that it was stupid. I just did not think that it looked very good on me. And I also thought that I didn't have room for it on my face. I swear to God, that is quoted in some of the OG James Charles YouTube videos. I don't know why. My cheekbones are very high up, so I don't really have enough room in my face for contour, blush, and highlighter. But now I'm obsessed with it. You guys know it's like one of my favorite steps. And I honestly feel like as the years progress, we get more and more and more obsessed with blush. Like we just keep adding more and more on top. I'm curious to see what blush pens will even look like a couple of years from now, let alone 50 in the future, because our entire faces might be red. Which is crazy to think about. Then on top, I'm gonna grab this super pale pink one, okay? And I'm gonna go in with a smaller little cream blush, and I'm gonna use this as like my kind of like in-between color. It's called mid blushing, and I love doing this to blend together a concealer shade and a blush. And I am now realizing I haven't put on concealer yet. So this step is virtually useless. Okay, James, what a genius. Concealer for me honestly has not changed at all. I still go back to my Tarte Shape Tape all the time. Sue me, it's great. It really is good. Although I've tried a ton of other ones and do enjoy other ones, let me be clear. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I have changed a couple things about it though. I definitely use a lot less than I used to. It was crazy how much concealer I used to use, and now I've kind of learned that less is more. Although sometimes I do end up layering a lot on, so I don't really know. I also used to do it right after foundation, and now I always wait until after contouring and blush because I do feel like it helps melt everything together a little bit more. Oh, I guess I need to grab my painted sponge back out of the time capsule. She's not done just yet. You can blend this right in. Now see how when we go right over top of that blush with the concealer, it just looks like I'm blushing from within. Oh, it's so pretty and smooth, all blended together. Perfect. Do one last little pat of the cream blush over top just to help blend it all together. Oh, it's so pretty.
I think you're gonna open it up and you're gonna be shocked on how much you used in a similar way. You'll be shocked about contour in the past and foundation.
I wouldn't put it past me. Okay, let's go ahead and put the painted blushes straight into the time capsule. That's a little Easter egg towards what's to come with these. Oh, okay, can't say anymore, can't say anymore. Now for powder, I've been using a mixture of two recently, starting off with my Maybelline Fit Me Pressed Powder in the shade Fair. I love this one because it's really brightening, so I always use this right underneath my eyes to get that nice bright under eye. And then I go in with my Huda Beauty powder all over the rest of my face. Now powder, I feel like is definitely one of those things that has changed a lot. Over the years, people have started using it less and less and less. This is one step where I really have not followed the trend because I'm never gonna be a dewy skin, foundation still wet, natural, clean makeup type of girl. It's just not my vibe, okay? What has changed for me is I don't bake anymore. That was a big trend in 2016 and it really does help to like brighten your face. And obviously, okay, we have quite a lot of powder underneath here, so maybe I am baking. I want it to be matte, I want it to be set, I want it to be powdery, but I don't want it to be cakey. And when I used to bake all the time, that is how my skin would sometimes look more textured than it actually was. Now we're gonna basically go in and reinforce all of the cream and liquid work we just did with powders. And these steps honestly have not changed for me at all. In fact, okay, I'm still using the same Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit that I had in 2016. Once again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and this has never done me wrong, okay? Love her. Just gonna basically go in and reinforce some of those contours because the powder can sometimes take it away. I'm gonna use a little bit of my Benefit Hoola bronzer. Once again, same shit I've been using for the last 8 years now. It's just so beautiful. Works every single time. That forehead is a little dark. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it up with some under eye powder. Could use my MAC Studio Fix. Once again, I've been using this for years, ride or die. Then lastly, we'll just go in with a little bit more of that painted blush right on top using the other end of our J15, and we'll just layer that right over the cheek. Now, all of these right into the time capsule. Okay, too much blush. I see what you mean. I'm looking back even right now and thinking that it's too much. I can't even imagine what I'll be thinking in 50 years. I'm gonna give my face a nice spritz of some setting spray so far. This is the Charlotte Tilbury one. This is my absolute favorite setting spray right now. It does such a beautiful job of setting everything in place, but also melting the skin kind of together. And this has been my favorite for quite a while now. I can't even fit this one in there. Oh! No, I can't give that away. I can't. I have to put the mini one in there. I love my jumbo size way too much. Mwah. Charlotte really did something with this one, let me tell you. Let's zoom in and move on to the brows and the eyes. Now for brows, I'm gonna keep this one short and sweet, okay? We've all seen my brow transformation. It's no secret that I used to have shit brows and now they're much better. Still shit to some people, I'm sure, okay? But to me, there's been a massive improvement. Started off with the dip brow. We loved a good old thick, gigantic brow. Then we switched to pencils for a while, and now still love a good little pencil, but now I do a combination of both pencil and brow marker just to add in those hair-like strokes. That's my favorite way to get the perfect shaped and sculpted, but not thick Sharpie brow. Into the box. Now for shadow today, of course, we're gonna be using the Basic Canvas. Literally my #1 favorite, and honestly, your guys' #1 favorite too. If the whole point of a time capsule is to preserve a memento in time, she is the it girl. She is the moment. You guys know, over the years, palettes have quickly become the most popular item in the makeup community. Every week, there's a new palette launching with a new brand. There are literally millions on the market, so it is very hard, especially these days, for a palette to launch and get people's attention, but it's even harder for it to stay relevant over time. I was so grateful to be able to do it with my Morphe palette years ago, and now the fact that the Basic Canvas is actually staying relevant after launching a couple of months ago means literally the entire world to us here at Painted. So thank you guys so much for your support. In today's makeup look, I'm just doing a super simple little glittery pink cut crease, nothing crazy, but on that note, I do want to bring back colorful shadows soon because as much as I feel beautiful and gorgeous in this makeup look, okay, I'm over it. I want to go back to colors, I want to go back to fun, and I'm well aware, okay, if this sinkhole in my driveway isn't what takes out my house, it might be a bomb from one of you guys if I don't release the color palette with Painted sometime soon. And trust and believe, okay, it is coming. So you can hold fire, it'll be out one day, but until then, we're gonna stick with the simple little cute, boring, basic glams. By 2050, when somebody unearths this little time capsule, they better be wearing a fucking rainbow cut crease. Let me tell you, okay? Maybe we need to add like a technology little eye scanner. If they don't have some sort of stick-any makeup look on, the box won't open. We are back, both eyes are now complete. I added on mascara and lashes. Nothing has changed in mascara. Curlies are still doing it exactly the same. I honestly feel like that is just gonna be to the end of time. We all love a good little lash. And as for fake lashes, not much has really changed either. I just feel like before, everyone's lashes were gigantic. And to be fair, those girlies still exist. I just feel like now there's a better balance of the gigantic lash wearing girlies and the more natural lash wearing girlies. And I feel like I'm kind of somewhere in between. These are the ones that I chose for today. Let's move on to highlighter. Highlighter highlighter is another step similar to like primer and foundation that has really gone through a lot of trials and tribulations and waves throughout its history in the beauty community, okay? It wasn't a thing for a very long time, then it really hit the community like a fucking storm. Everybody was literally digging their brushes into some glittery ass highlighters, okay, spritzing them 50 times with setting spray until their brushes were soaking wet, and then scrubbing it on their cheekbones. And somehow we were all delusional enough to think that it looked good, okay? Everybody was trying to blind the aliens in space with the highlighters. Then we all got over it. Everyone's kind of into matte skin. And now, I don't know what is going on, but you bitches are into highlighter again. What I'm excited to use today are these brand new Rare Beauty like highlighter blushes. Look at that. You can literally see my makeup light reflecting in it. That is beautiful. And this is kind of more what I'm into, where it's like shiny blush as opposed to like a glittery highlight. So I've never tried this before, and I'm letting you know now, okay, if I like this, this is not going in my time capsule. I'm keeping this for myself because I want to get some good use out of this. And it was sold out at Sephora. Okay, this is in the shade Happy. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I love that. Wait, that is so pretty. It's like the perfect amount of like reflection so it looks healthy and glowy, but it doesn't look glittery. It just looks like a nice glow from within, which is very much what I'm into right now if we are bringing back highlighters at all. Okay, y'all are already pushing me a little bit too much. We're on the line right now, okay? And we're gonna stay there. But this, I gotta keep an eye out for Selena because she has some good ones. I can't put it in, I need to use it again. Last but not least, let's do the lips. I'm gonna line my lips today using Anastasia Beverly Hills Cool Brown Lip Liner. For lips, I feel like the trends really haven't changed that much. There's just been new products that have come out that have gotten better and better, making the lip experience more enjoyable. But for me, I did get my lip filler dissolved. When I first started doing makeup, I had tiny little white boy lips. I was overlining the absolute shit out of them, so then I got filler, so I didn't have to do that. But after like 6 years of layering filler over top and over top and over top of each other, it basically started to get nasty. So I got it all dissolved, and now we are back to our tiny little white boy lips and overlining them. So I guess that's really been the only thing that's changed. Lips done. Let's set this shit in place. We're gonna use 2 today, starting off with Charlotte Tilbury. I love this thing. Then I'm just gonna layer some One Size on Till Dawn right over top. And we are done. Here is our 2024 makeup time capsule all complete. And here is the makeup look that we created today. I feel really, really beautiful. I love how this makeup look turned out. It is definitely an accurate depiction of like my go-to glam right now. And I feel like a reflection of kind of what is trendy in the makeup space. But although this makeup look is done, this video is not. It's time to pack up our little time capsule and let's go bury it in the ground. Let's get the sponge in there. I think that's everything. We're gonna put our basic canvas. Let's put the lid on top. See you in 50 years. We have our time capsule all full of our products. You guys, look at this. Are you kidding me with this? It's a literal hole to nothing. Can you see how deep it is on camera? You can't even tell. It's literally gigantic. My house is gonna fucking collapse. My 2024 makeup routine, all my favorite products inside. I'll see you in 50 years. Nice little gloss stain on the front. Okay, here we go. Look at how deep it's going. Look at how deep it's going. Look at how deep it's going. Okay, it's at the bottom. And now we say goodbye. The team will be here tomorrow morning to fill in the hole. And I guess that's it. I have no idea when or who is even gonna discover this, but hopefully whenever they do, they'll be able to put together my favorite makeup routine and see how we did makeup in 2024. Who knows, maybe if I'm still making YouTube videos in 2070, I'll have to come back as Grandpa Charles and unbox this myself. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I love you so, so, so much. If you enjoyed, please give it a big thumbs up down below. If you have not already, come click that big red subscribe button as well as the bell icon next to it so you guys never miss an upload from me. If you want to follow me, all my socials are just James Charles on Instagram and TikTok. And of course, follow Painted at Painted and shop with us at painted.co. Thank you guys so much for watching and streaming my music. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Mwah.